What is up, everybody? We are finally back. I missed you guys so much. We're back to making videos. It is the start of the 2021 NFL season, and we started that against the Baltimore Ravens in preseason, and I couldn't be more excited. It felt so good to watch some Saints football after our bitter defeat against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The first time we get to see these players hit the field, it was so refreshing. It was so nice to see, even though it wasn't our stadium, to see fans in that stadium was fantastic. There's so much looking up about this year. I'm so excited to talk about it and highlight it with you guys. I'll only be here, I found out, until week 9. After week 9, you guys will not have me for the rest of the season. I ship out to basic training for the Air Force, so you won't be hearing from me past week 9, but I swear I'll be giving you the best damn coverage I can until then. Don't you worry about that. But we have a lot to talk about today. The good, the bad, the ugly about the New Orleans Saints 14-17 defeat against the Baltimore Ravens in week 1 of the preseason. Now, before I get into this, I just want to say, if you care about us losing in the preseason, please stop giving a damn. It does not matter. Literally nobody gives a shit about preseason records. Let's just take all of that and put it to the side. It literally does not matter. And I know most of you know that, but there are a few people who are really have their feathers ruffled over this. Bro, it's just a preseason loss. It does not matter. There's still a lot to look forward to, though, and there's still a lot to analyze this preseason. Usually, preseason didn't really matter for the New Orleans Saints, but there are a lot of question marks going into this season that we will have answered from these preseason games. So it's really important to watch and pay attention to these players as they fight for their jobs. Very, very important. So let's dive into a little bit of this game. So the first thing that we're going to talk about, obviously, is the quarterback competition. Now, is the quarterback competition looking any different from the sample size we got this game? I'm here to unfortunately tell you that absolutely not. And I know a lot of people were like, Taysom Hill played like dog shit. Nobody out of these 3 quarterbacks was really that much better than the other. They all looked pretty cookie cutter, if I'm going to be honest with you. I did like Jameis Winston's efficiency and how he was pushing the ball down the field, but at the end of the day, they were all pretty similar. I mean, Ian Book was obviously the least successful out of the 3. A lot of dump-offs. He was not really pushing the ball down the field. He didn't really look comfortable, but it was his first NFL action ever. But Taysom Hill and Jameis Winston looked really close. Really close. The thing that I was happy about Taysom watching was that first drive. I had a lot of confidence in him after that. He had those 2 really nice completions, one off the back foot, eluding pressure to Marquez Calloway. Beautiful catch, beautiful throw. But after that, it went downhill. He had 3 series. One was really good, and the other 2 were kind of dog shit. So Taysom Hill had a lot of highs and lows this game. Like I said, he had 3 series. One of them was good. 2 of them were bad. I mean, against a solid defense, he didn't really look special. He just kind of looked There were a lot of forced and overall missed throws. Like I said, that one pass that really caught my eye was the one where he was eluding pressure and chalked it up to Marquez Calloway, and he was able to make that catch. But other than that, Taysom didn't really look that great. I mean, he threw an interception, almost threw another one if Marquez Calloway didn't break it up. Marquez Calloway actually had his man beat, but Taysom Hill threw it way too late and threw it way too far towards the inside when Marquez Calloway found himself playing defensive back. So Taysom Hill did not look that great. Jameis Winston, on the other hand, I mean, he went 7 for 12 with 96 yards. Taysom Hill went 8 for 12 with 81 yards. So you can see how I think it's pretty close so far. Jameis Winston threw a touchdown. He also threw a pick, and he also led a touchdown drive with the help of Tony Jones Jr. So there's not a lot we learned about these quarterbacks this game. I mean, even Ian Book he was 9 for 16 with 126 yards. He threw a pick of his own, but I don't know how else to say, but we just need to see more. We need to see more. These next few preseason games are going to be pivotal in deciding who the starting quarterback this season is going to be. Right now, my order would be 1, Jameis Winston, 2, Taysom Hill, and it's not far. I think it's a very close battle between them two, with Ian Book being the premier backup quarterback for the backup quarterback that is number one. So I don't know, man. I really didn't learn much about these quarterbacks. But some players that I really want to highlight here that did really well, one being Tony Jones Jr., which I did not see coming. Like, I knew he was solid, but he looked amazing this game. There were a few drives where he just put it on his back and went. He had 7 carries for 82 yards and a touchdown, and he also had 5 receptions for 38 yards. He was our best running back this game by far because Devonta Freeman and Latavius Murray sucked so much ass, it's ridiculous. All 3 of them had a fumble. So overall, we had 6 turnovers, which Sean Payton is going to be pissed about. But Tony Jones Jr. was the lone bright spot in that running back group because Devonta Freeman had 6 carries for 6 yards. Latavius Murray had 5 carries for 6 yards. They literally sucked. They sucked so bad. But Tony Jones Jr. looked great, and I'm really, really surprised and happy with how he played. Another player I really liked the look of was Juwan Johnson. I've been waiting for a while to see him really put some work in on the field. He never really got that opportunity, but today as a tight end, he shined. My man had 2 receptions for 71 yards. He was also in a lot of blocking packages. He was doing work out there on the field, and when the ball came his way, he made it count. Another player that looked great, Marquez Calloway. I can't say it enough. That man is going to be dangerous this season. He's going to have a good year. He looked good as shit, bro. 3 receptions for 61 yards. If he was given the ball more, if he was looked at more by Taysom Hill, if he was looked at more by Jameis Winston, if he was put on the field more by Sean Payton, he would have had a big game because all 61 of those yards came in the beginning, that first opening drive with Taysom Hill. Which another thing I forgot to say about Taysom Hill that I noticed, he's very one-ready. If that one read isn't there, it's pretty much over with. But either way, that's another player. Zach Bond, Caden Ellis gave me so much hope in our linebacking core. Zach Bond, Caden Ellis, Pete Werner, Demario Davis, Quan Alexander. We are stacked with linebackers. Zach Bond looked amazing. He was flying around. There were so many plays in which he just looked like he was taking control of the game. He played fantastic. That was my defensive player of the game for sure. Paulson Adebo also looked great. He was getting targeted all game but was holding his own. Like, damn. This defensive unit looked really good. The offense looked solid. There's some shit that we need to work on, but I'm more confident in our pass catchers that we have than I was before I watched this game. Like Juwan Johnson, Marquez Calloway, Ty Montgomery, Chris Hogan. These players, just watching them work really, really, really gave me a little bit of confidence, especially Marquez and Juwan, man. They looked great. But yeah, let me know down in the comment section below, boys, what you think about this game. What do you think about the New Orleans Saints going into 2021? Of course, this is not a big sample size. We don't even know who our starting quarterback is going to be yet. And our defense looked great, against Trace McSorley. So, I don't know. There's still a lot to be learned about this team. We play the Jaguars next week, so that should be against what? Who's going to be playing in that position? Gardner Minshew. They're probably going to Gardner Minshew and Trevor Lawrence. Who knows? It's going to be an interesting game, so our defense should have a bit of a test. Let me know down in the comment section below what you think. Are you confident in these pass catchers? Who do you think is leading the QB competition? Because I don't even know. Let me know down in the comment section. My guess is Jameis, but they look pretty damn close. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you boys in the next one. Adios. Leave those opinions down below, boys. I'm really, really trying to figure out what the hell is going on.